Okay, everybody. Well, I'm ready to rock and roll. I apologize for all of the... There we go. Okay, I am all set up now. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. I'll throw a couple dad jokes in here every now and then. Anyways, welcome to Okies Eden. I'm gonna do a short live here. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., I'm gonna be in the garden working. I'm going to do a live from the garden. I'm trying to do some morning lives because during the day here, it's been getting 92, 95. And you know, the garden where I'm at right now has no real shade. So after about a half an hour, the phone heats up and shuts down on me. I've been going out in the morning about 7:45, 8 o'clock when it's about 70, 72 degrees, and it's been beautiful. There's a dew on the ground. It might be slightly humid but comfortable, and I can just sit there and listen to the birds and stuff. But so that's why I'm doing a couple morning lives. I'm doing a few lives this week because I'm going away for a couple days, and I'm just not going to be around. Hey, After Dark, how you doing? After Dark is on. After Dark, hopefully Monday. We just got to confirm everything. She is going to be on the collaboration. She's going to be one of the ones from next week. So she's going to be the first one next week to go live. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not going to talk about her station. I'm going to let her talk about it, and then I'll ask her some questions about it. But really cool station. If you haven't followed After Dark 60 yet, follow After Dark 60. Go look her up. So tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, because it's cool of the day here in southern Oklahoma, and my phone won't shut down. So if I wait too long, it'll shut down from the heat. It shuts down because of the heat. And then they actually have an emergency thing. It actually says emergency you can touch, and I guess it calls maybe 911 or something, because maybe you're hurt or you're having heat stroke or something. But anyways, I had to, shut my phone down, come back inside a couple times this year. How cool is it that a near 60-year-old man can outlast his cell phone? Cell phones are the thing, AI and, technology is the greatest. And here, a near 60-year-old man can work 8-10 hours in the sun and not fail. So figure that one out, right? Anyway, so 8 o'clock tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, hopefully Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. I'm hoping Saturday I can do some collaborations. I have most of those dates filled, and I have other people that have asked about them. So I'm going to be doing some collaborations, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys will all watch, because I'm going to be making the announcements. And After Dark just appeared. After Dark, she'll be the first collaborator on Monday. We'll hopefully do an hour or more. If it goes more than an hour, that's great. And then I've also had a couple people that have collaborated that asked me to come on one of their collaborations, which I will, of course, do, because it's all about helping each other grow on your YouTube channel. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm using my this data from this channel to my other Okies Eden channel, or my Okies Hustle channel. I'm using that data on my growth channel to be able to talk about analytics, what I've seen, what's worked for me, what's failed, what's worked and what hasn't. And I'll share that with you. I'm not going to guarantee you millions of views. What I'm going to tell you is what I messed up, where I messed up, and how I fixed it, so you can grow. Okay, that's what it's all about. If I can help somebody gain some viewers through a collaboration, let's do it. Let's do it. So 8 o'clock tomorrow. I do have a surprise for tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. I'm so happy about this surprise. I want to tell you now, but I'm not going to. It's going to be for tomorrow. But all I can tell you is it's going to improve, as an older man, it's going to help improve my ability to work outside longer. It's going to help. So stick around for that. Hopefully in the morning you'll see that. I'm gonna display it in the morning, okay? So everybody can see it. I've been trying to tell some dad jokes here and there. I ordered a chicken and an egg online. I want to see which one comes first. Grandma Teresa, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Kai or K, Latin, hi, how are you? If you don't follow my channel, please subscribe, please follow. After this is over and I make it public, please put, even if you're a subscriber of mine, I just keep asking, please put in the comment what your channel's about, okay? Put in there what your channel's about. Let people come and see if they want to follow your channel. Let's see, where am I at? I did the collaborations. I've been posting some, if you want to see what my garden was this morning, right this morning when I harvested some cucumbers, that was literally hours ago when I took those two. I did one on Okies Hustle and Okies Eden. I did a community post showing the cucumber plants with the cucumbers I harvested this morning. So go check that out. If you are a subscriber of mine and you don't know that I have an Okies Hustle second channel, I invite you to go please check that out. It's just Okies Hustle. And I talk about YouTube growth, and I use this Okies Eden kind of as my test kitchen. So I just ask that you go follow me over there, subscribe over there, and help that channel to grow. I would appreciate it. Mr. Smith. Hey, Mr. Smith. Let's see. I had some other stuff. Oh, yeah. So everybody knows, if anybody has a question for me while I'm rambling, drop it in the comment there. If I see it, I will try to answer that. I've expanded the garden this year. So you're going to see, now that I've expanded it more, you demand answers. I'm just an old man that has a garden that grows food and tries to help other channels grow. If you're a content creator, I try to help give you information from this channel. I tweak some of my videos. I put different information in my videos, hashtags, things like that. And then I discuss it in my Okies Hustle channel. So if you're interested in, if you are Mr. Smith, if you're a content creator, subscribe to me. I will follow you. I will come back to your station later. As a matter of fact, I just snapshotted the screen there. I'll come back and check your channel out. Subscribe to my channel if you would like. Let me go take a chance, take a look at your channel and see if I want to follow. And then I also have Okies Hustle, it's called. People have asked why I call that Okies Hustle. Well, very, very easily explained. My dad told me as a young guy, there's going to be somebody smarter than you. Always going to be somebody smarter, somebody better looking, somebody that is got a better education, more qualifications. That's fine. But he said, never, ever, ever let somebody outwork you or out hustle you when you're working. Become so indispensable to people because of what you can accomplish that they will keep you before they keep others. So his words to me, his advice to me was never let somebody outwork you, ever. So that's been my mantra my entire life. I will work 12, I've worked 12, 16-hour shifts. I'll do anything to get ahead, to feed my family. That's what I've done. So, yeah, I think we all have a little useless knowledge, Mr. Smith. You ought to do some content creation. Why not? Pick something you like to do and talk about it. I'd watch. Fun fact, did you know? Well, then I'll tell you what, noctiluss or noctalis, whatever, then I'm in trouble if my nose keeps growing. My dad told me I had a Roman nose. It roams all over my face. Zena's in the house. How you doing, Zena? Missy 1980. If you haven't followed Missy 1980, go to @Missy 1980. Go follow her channel. She's got a great channel. She does a lot of cool stuff. I am just doing a quick live, just talking about the garden. I'm doing a live in the morning at 8 a.m. out in the garden. I have a new surprise that I'm going to show tomorrow morning. I'm not going to talk about it now. I just want to let people know 8 a.m. tomorrow when I do my live, I'm going to reveal a surprise. So I hope, no problem, Missy. I hope that people will watch tomorrow and will see the surprise that I have in store for you to see and for Okies Eden, because it's going to make my life much easier. And because of that, everybody that's been watching my Okies Eden channel, if you've seen me grow from the 10 by 10, thank you very much, After Dark. You will like you will like Missy Zena. You will like her channel. She does a lot of great stuff. She does. I'm not kidding. She does. And so does After Dark is going to be Monday, Zena. Monday's collaboration is going to be, the content creation collaboration is going to be with After Dark 60. So she's got a really cool channel. Since you've seen me go from 10 by 10, which is 100 square feet garden, 100 square foot garden, to a 200, to a 600, now to a 3,000 square foot garden, and I need more equipment. So as I've been acquiring the mower, tractor type thing, and the tiller, it's made my life much easier. I now have some more equipment that I'm going to be displaying tomorrow. So there's a little Easter egg for you. Anyways, so what I've been deciding to do is I've been keeping my seeds from my green beans, both pole beans and bush beans. I've been keeping them. And I let the pods dry, break them open, and I'm on my 3rd and 4th generation of bean seeds, which makes them totally organic. Nothing's ever been sprayed on them, so on and so forth. But they're also good when you dry them. They're bean seeds, so they're basically beans. So if you've ever had navy bean soup or any other kind of bean soup or chili, I'm going to be drying them. And I decided today that because it's going so well, and now that I have this extra equipment, I'm going to be doing in my backyard, which is not going to be attached to the Okies Eden garden. I'm going to do a 100 to 200 square foot garden, fenced in garden, that will probably have 4-foot fencing, and the outside perimeter of that whole fence will be pole beans, and then 1 or 2 rows in the center will be bush beans, and then a trellis and a gate. That will not be for eating the green beans. That one is going to be completely detached from the Okies Eden main garden. I'll have green beans over here that I will consume and can. That back garden is going to be, number 1, to draw in butterflies and bees for pollination. Secondly, it's going to be for my bean soup. Oh, did you really? You're planting bush beans today? I planted bush beans and pole beans yesterday, Missy. I'm excited. I'm super stoked about that. I'm glad you can get another grow in. Anyways, then what I do is once those beans get to the spot that I want, where I want them, where they're going to be nice and large, the pods will be 6 or 7 inches long. What I do then at that point is I will pull the bush beans up and just leave them on the ground, let the sun bake them, and they dry. The pods will dry. And then what I'll do is I have a nice long knife, and I'll go around the whole perimeter, sever all of the pole beans from the fence. And then they will dry right on the fence. No better way to dry than have the vine right on the fence drying the beans. And then all those pods will be broken open, keep the seeds. If you've ever gone to a big box store, grocery store, they'll have the air-sealed bags, 1-pound bags of bean seeds. So that's what I'm going to do. My son has an air sealer, a vacuum seal. So I'm going to get 2 to 4 or 6 pounds of bean seeds, And that's how I'm going to make my soups during the winter. I have an entire book for gardening. It claims you can plant everything you need in 3 square feet. That would be interesting. I would like to see that. Hey, Natty, how you doing? So that is basically what's happening around this southern Oklahoma homestead that I call Eden. But my goal next year is to have lots over the winters, to have where I can make any amount of bean soup I want. I can make, I'll have next fall, hopefully some apples. I'm gonna be adding to my orchard. I'm gonna add a couple trees in the spring. My goal is I wanna be able to have my asparagus growing where right in the spring without even planting anything. I'll have asparagus coming up. In the fall, I'll have apples growing. I'll have, you know, red raspberries, black raspberries, whatever growing. Yes, please screenshot that for me. I'd love to see it. Oh, I picked up a subscriber. Woohoo! Natty is keeping track. She should be my business manager. Maybe she could score me some kind of a deal with, like, you know, a deal with one of these, you know, advertisers or something. I don't know. But she knows what, she checks it more than I do. I know the only reason I knew yesterday I was at 427 is because Natty told me I was at 427 and I thought I was still at 420 because I said 420 and she goes, oh no, you're at 427 or something. So what is everybody else up to? Do you have any questions for me? Natty, when do you go live again? Yeah, Natty, I don't know if you follow, I think you already follow Missy from Xena, I think. Oh, you did almost 4 hours today. Oh, you were doing the gaming. I'm sorry. Yes. I had to leave, and I just actually got back 15 minutes before I started the live. My grandson's therapy ran over. He did like an hour today. She went really long. And then I get there early to kind of get him prepped and stuff to go. But yeah, it went really well. But if you're ever looking for new followers or subscribers, I think you follow Xena. After Dark 60, After Dark 60, she's going to be on my collaboration Monday. I had a list here. I think it's her on Monday. I think Tuesday I'm doing one. That's going to be Nicola Recipes, which I think most of you follow, Nicola. And then Misty Pleasures of Life. I think you all know Misty and Spongy. They do their stuff together, cooking, and then they have separate channels. And then one of the days I think is Teacher Kelly Tag. I think most of you know Teacher Kelly. So she wants to be on. And I've got some other emails now I have to comb through to see some other people want. That's why I use that okieseden@gmail.com. It's not the one that's tagged to my YouTube channel. I just use that one because then I tell people to put collaboration in the subject line. And I'm kind of using that to set up the collaborations. That way it doesn't get cluttered with everything else. So that's how I do it anyways. Wonton soup. You're going to do wonton soup. I've never had wonton soup, but I will watch and I will now have wonton soup because I'll make some. So you're going to go Friday. Oh, okay. Well, what is Jay here? Tell me. I forgot what Jay's site is. Can you put Jay's site in here with the @ Jay's site, please? I'll go subscribe to it from this channel and my other channel, and maybe somebody here would be, I'd love to subscribe to Jay. Jay's almost as cool as me. He's not. He never will be as cool as the Eden, but he's okay. So anybody here at Kittles 2000? Okay. Thank you very much, Natty. Tell Kittles he'll have at least 2 more in a few minutes. So hopefully anybody else. Okay. So that's really cool. And if you're here, and even if you do already subscribe to my channel, when this is done, it's going to go public shortly after. I don't let them set their private. Go to the comments afterwards. And I keep saying this, please, please, please go to the comments afterwards when this goes public. Please put your channel, make a comment and say, hey, my channel is, say, I'm at After Dark. Here's what my channel's about. Let people come in. And I'm not just calling out After Dark, I'm just using that because that's the last one that's showing up on my screen. And go in and let people come in and find you on this channel. And as my channel grows, more people will watch. They'll go to the comments because I know when I go to a channel, if I go to make a comment, I always read the other comments if there's not a ton of them. And I always make sure I go in and I look at other subscribers and see if they're in my niche, if there's something that interests me, and I'll go find subscribers that way because you absolutely have to be interactive with other creators, and you got to be proactive. They're not always just going to come to you all the time. You have to go out and you have to interact with other content creators, follow them, talk to them. They will follow you back eventually. But you have to be proactive, you have to be interactive, and any other active I can't think of right now, you have to be that. But, okay, cool, thank you, Natty. Jay's link is right there. That's awesome. Just sub to you and Natty Homemaker. If somebody's here that follow me and they don't know I have an Okies Hustle, instead of Okies Eden, it's Okies Hustle. My other channel where I do talk about YouTube growth, and I use this as my test kitchen. So thank you, Natty, for sharing that. I'm glad Jay's, Natty, what is Jay gonna be doing? Can you tell us what he's gonna be creating? Can you tell us, I'd like to know what Jay's gonna be doing. Okay, cool. So you guys both game. I know you guys both do gaming. But are you going to, do you guys game at the same time, like in the same house where you're in one room, or you're in the same room, but you're at different computers and gaming with each other? And is that game you were playing earlier, I can't remember the name of it, but that game where you were doing something with zombies, is that the game you guys play? You only have the one laptop? Okay, gotcha. My son does one of those games. I can't remember the name of it, but he does one of those games where it's like a survival game where you're robbing from other people, and you start out with nothing, and you grab somebody's clothes. 7 Days to Die. I'm not sure if that's the one he's into or not. But they run around, they get clothes, and they get weapons, and they get food, and they build like a fortress, and then they can steal this from somebody, then they can attack somebody else, and blah, blah, and then set up a deal with somebody else. So they get into it. Oh, okay. Dollar General hack. I just have regular iced tea. I make sun tea at home, but they have this Starburst cherry. Oh my goodness. Fill your glass with the iced tea, mix in a packet of the Starburst cherry, and it's cherry tea. It is delicious. And they got the sour, I think it's like a Starburst apple or something. That is delicious. Yes, yellow box. They got a yellow, yep. And they got green apple, and they got one other one, blue. The blue, it almost tastes like ocean water from Sonic. If you go to Sonic and you've gotten the blue ocean water, if you know, you know. So Natty, tell Jay that it's on like Donkey Kong, that there's no way that he's ever going to catch the number of subscribers that the Eden has. I'm at 400 and, well, you said 31. I'm at 431. He can't do it. It's impossible. Oh, well, Jay, it's on. It's on. I challenge you in the next 2 days to get above 431. Oh, crap. All right. Challenge retracted. Okies has to pump the brakes. He got a little overzealous. I got a little excited. I've been drinking too much of the tea. I apologize. Jay, we're cool. We're cool. Yeah, if he's got a fan base, he'll probably get 1,000 in a night. I find it funny. I mean, I hope he does. Honestly, I hope his channel explodes. I really do. I wish that for anybody that I'm with here and interact with all the time, if I get monetized someday or get over it, I do. If I do, it's my challenge to myself. But anybody that I keep watching these people post, I got 500. I got that. I always send a congratulations. That is just because if that's what people want and they can reach that goal and achieve that goal. It is a challenge, and I hope his channel explodes. You can, if he hears me, just remember, Jay, when you're rich and famous, remember poor little farmer Eden here. You know, I'm going to have the little hunchback in my garden when I'm 62. I can hardly walk because I'm always on my hands and knees pulling weeds. That was a joke, of course. I'm not going to do that. I'll tell you this, you know, people think this is weird, okay? People are always like, you know, I always said, you know, people are like, be careful, be careful. You just did 800 when you woke up this morning? Good for you. Misty, I just mentioned your channel a minute ago, that you're going to be one of the content creators coming up here next week. This is Misty, who I was talking about, Misty and Spongy, Spongy Gold. Spongy does a cooking show, Misty also does. If you don't follow them, go follow them. Great job After Dark. I'm so glad you hit 800. That means you're getting close. Just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. People think this is kind of weird to talk. You know, I'm outside working a lot of times, and I do push it. I really push it. You'll see some of my videos where I look like I'm ready to keel over. I've always said this. And I don't mean this in a bad way, if I were to die in my garden and pass out and die, and it was my time to go, dig the hole and just throw me. Number one, I'll compost. I'm 6'3", so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna compost for years, okay? I'm gonna feed that garden for years, because I'm full of BS. So being 6'3" and full of BS, that garden is gonna get fertilized for sure. But if I die doing what I love, what a way to go. Doing what you love and you just keel over and you're done. If that happens, that happens. Enough of that. That's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Spongy Gold, I just talked about you too. So Spongy's here. I missed one here. I know, yeah, Jay just wants 50. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, here it is. You ready? At Kittles 2000. What you want to do right this minute, if you can, go to at Kittles, KIDDLES 2000. So Kittles 2000. So at Kittles 2000. Go check out his channel. If you want to, follow him. See if he can break the 50 so we can do lives. I would love to get on a live with Jay. I think that would be awesome. So, Nicola, I'm doing very well. Today's been a great day. It's been a great day. I got up, did a short live in the garden showing the pumpkin patch and the weeding. I think that's out there. I got to see my grandson, got to take him to therapy. He kicked butt in therapy, got him home. I got home, started this live. So it's been a great, great day. So yeah, anybody here, check each other out. All these people that I subscribe to and they're scrolling through here, I follow them for a reason, and they all help each other. They all interact with each other. They stream people's stuff. They go to their lives, and they help the community. And that's to me is what is important. Oh, Zena, I got it. See, I'll go. Okay, Zena just subscribed, but I'm going to give him 2 subscriptions. So I got to be careful because I think Zena has more than one channel too. But yep, Spongy's here. Spongy does a cooking channel. And I'll tell you right now, you got to go to her cooking channel because while I like the cooking dishes, the dishes that she does, in my opinion, the best part, this is just me, everybody else can like what they like about videos. I like their banter back and forth, and I've said that many times. They kind of argue back and forth about stuff. And, oh, okay, so forget that, Zena. Yep, you win. Okies is out. Oh, I'm losing all sorts of face today. Jay's gonna outdo me in subscribers. You have 3 channels, I only have 2. Yesterday, Allison beat me in the jokes. I think it's time for Okies here, Jason here at Okies Eden, to just hit the dusty trail, maybe shut down my channels, and just go work in my garden and just live out the rest of my days. Retirement. Yeah, retirement's a little bit away. I'm okay with retirement because I did it very well with my jobs and stuff. So I'll get there. I'm not worried about that. I want to get monetized because I've challenged myself. Catching with Cash. I'll tell you this right now, Catching with Cash. Go ahead and give a shout out if it's a real shout out. If it's a troll or something explicit, I have 4 or 5 people here that will block you within seconds. So if it's a true shout out and you want to be part of something, then and you're a creator, go ahead. But just know that you will be banned if it's not a good one. And I don't mean that to be mean. I'm just being honest. I don't want trolls on my channel. I'm respectful to people. I expect respect back. So if you want to put a shout out and it's respectful and it doesn't break any of the YouTube rules, then go ahead. Oh, I take care of myself. Nicola, thank you. I appreciate the concern. Iced tea and Dollar General cherry. Good stuff. And I drink probably a gallon of water a day. I'm a small fishing creator. I'm not a troll. Okay, Katchen. Well, that would make sense. Okay, Katchen, let me ask you this. Is it your channel? I'm going to go back and, Katchen, subscribe to my channel if you can. I just took a screenshot. I like fishing also in my spare time. So if you're not a troll, then go ahead. Yeah, of course. If somebody subscribes or has a channel that's growing, I am all for that. I'll be the first one in line to try to help you. So go ahead, tell us, give your shout out. Nicola, only one is etched in stone so far. I will send you the days after this because I'm trying to set that up now. I'm trying to solidify all that by tomorrow because Friday and Saturday I'm going on a trip to see some family. Yeah, Catching with Cash. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll look you up after this. And if you're a real channel and a real creator, a lot of these people here will go check out your channel shortly. When this is over, and I make this public, go into the comments if you would, and make a comment on what your channel's about, and give people a chance to follow you. And I say that to even my subscribers. Please afterwards go in and, oh, cool. Cooking with Spongy, there you go. Make a comment about what your channel's about. Let other people come in here. That's what this is a conduit to help your channel to grow. Let's get channels growing on YouTube. Yeah, Misty. Okay, so the 4 people. Let me see if I can get this straight. After Dark 60 is going to be on Monday for sure. We've already talked about that. We're working at a time. So then I said, let me look at I had either Monday, Tuesday. It was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. I can't remember what 4 days I picked. I will be emailing each person to try to figure out days and times. I want to try to solidify that tomorrow because I'm going away for a couple of days, and I want to have them lined up. Now that I have a better understanding, because I screwed it up yesterday with having multiple people one after the other. I did some more research. I messed it up, and now that I understand it, hopefully the week after next, I want to do 1 or 2 at a time to try to get that perfected. Because like I said, try to learn something on YouTube every day. Try to figure something out. So I wanted to do lives, and then I wanted to do collaborations, and then I wanted to do multiple collaborations. So that's what I'm working towards. So the more as I understand it, I can share that on my other channel, and I can if you want me to help you at what I know, I've already had 2 people invite me to their live now, which I will do as I can. I would love to be on somebody else's live. So if you want to do a live and you want a collaboration, let me know. I would love to come on your channel. So, and while we're on that topic, the way I'm doing mine is like a talk show. 10 minutes or so before it starts, I am going to just do my 5 or 10 minute spiel about what my channels are about. And then as soon as the top of the hour, that guest comes on, it's about them. It's about their growth. It's about their channel and helping them to grow, because I want my channel, I don't need to be monetized. I want to be monetized because I set a challenge to myself. I want to help other people get monetized. So with that said, as soon as you come on my channel, you are going to be able to get a chance to introduce yourself. And then I'm going to have 5 or 6 questions that are tailored, that are easy. They're not like physics questions or biology questions. They're just simple questions that interest me about your channel. And then hopefully in that 5 or 6 questions, that might answer somebody else's question that's in the audience. But then as soon as that's done, we're going to open it up to the audience, and then allowing the audience to then interact with you. Zena, I'm not using StreamYard yet. I talked about that the other day. I was trying to use that with somebody else the one day. Basically a lot of crap was going down at one time in my life. It said I was ready to use it. I thought I was able to use it. I tried to do it, and it was a big flop. So what I decided was I was going to work off I want to try to just use the YouTube platform as much as possible. So you can, and I want it to be like a talk show. I'm trying to get it. You're welcome, Nicola. I'm trying to get it so it's like a talk show, one person at a time. So the focus is on the one person. Eventually, I want to do Restream. I keep meaning to look up that. Yes, you use StreamYards. I can have 6 or 8 on at a time. And yes, I get the After Dark. That's great. I want to do that at some point, but I like to figure something out, solidify it in my mind, perfect it, and then I can talk about it. But I wanted, instead of having 6 or 8 people or 5 people, where everybody's like kind of on the screen, and it looks like basically, remember the intro to the Brady Bunch where they're all looking at each other? That's what it reminds me of. And to me, it's distracting. So I want to have a creator on where the focus is on that one creator. I can ask them questions, they can introduce themselves, and then people can ask specifically that person with no other, white noise behind them. Eventually, I'll get there where I have 2 or 3. I will use StreamYard eventually. I'm getting there. But for now, I just want to do the one-on-ones, and then I want to do where I want to do a marathon, because this is the challenge to myself. I used to work, so when in my former job, I did 12-hour night shifts where I went from 6 to 6, 6 p.m., 6 a.m. I want to do a 12-hour, my goal is to get to a 12-hour live stream where I have 10 or 12 creators lined up, where I can do an hour, go to the next one, do an hour, go to the next one, do an hour, go to the next one. I think that would be really cool. It's a challenge. Everybody's doing the 30-day challenge, 100-day challenge, 5-day challenge, this challenge, that challenge. This is a challenge to myself. Can I go 12 hours and, be able to do that without passing out? Let's see, After Dark. I don't really have many on at the same time. I really hate it when people talk over each other. Yeah. That's why I want to do one-on-one. Oh, Nicola, no way. So yeah, number one, Nicola, what variety did you grow? I think you said did you do Yukon Golds? Yeah, Zena, so that's why I like to do the one-on-one, because that way I can just ask a question, then I can be quiet for a minute, let them answer, and then when they're done, they can say something back. Other people can come in and talk and ask questions, then they can respond. And then you see who they're talking to. If they're asking me a question, I know it's my turn. If they're asking that content creator a question, it's their turn. Oh no, I would not nap. I can do 12 hours. I've done 16-hour shifts. It doesn't bother me. Thank you, Natty. I can go as long as I have to. But I mean, it's not going to be as much as exciting as it used to be in my former line of work. But I think I'll be able to stay awake. I'll just drink lots of coffee. Let's see, Nicola, what did she say? Yeah, and I might just nap. I mean, I'm getting old. I might nod off. You don't know. Misty, yeah, just later on down the road, I want to try to have a 12-hour. I want to put a 12-hour block of time. So just say I start at 6 in the morning till 6 at night, and the reason you can do that is we all do, but when you have so many people from other countries and other time zones, like the other day with Chef Zed, we'll do it with Nicola when she's on. She's 5 or 6 hours ahead. So I can start at 9 o'clock my time, which is great, and that puts her at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which is good for her. So I can knock out 3 or 4 content creators in the first 3 or 4 hours that are in other countries, and then by noon, it'll be US people from the United States or Canada or this time zone. So that's how I'm planning it, and that's how I'll work it. And there's a lot to work out between now and then. It may never happen, but that's my goal. Hey, us in our bunch, how you doing? Hey, if you don't follow me, please subscribe. And if you don't know it, I do have a second channel, Okies Hustle. Just Okies like this. It's at Okies Hustle. It just talks about YouTube growth, and I use this as my test kitchen and my analytics over here. There you go. Yeah, Natty, yeah, you could easily do it, because I've watched your lives and you can quickly change, and that's what it is. A lot of it is, that's what's great about content creation, because so many of us here, they have different talents and stuff, but and then you have, if Jay was around, you and Jay banter back and forth, you talk back and forth, and then he gets involved, and it'd be really cool someday to have a collaboration with you and Jay. That would be pretty cool. Hey, everybody, if you haven't followed at Kiddles, so the word Kiddles is Kiddles, Kiddles. So at Kiddles2000, so Kiddles2000, at Kiddles2000. Go check his channel out. Go see if you want to subscribe to him. He's trying to get to 50 so he can go live. So let's see if this group here today can get him to go live. That would be cool. Just a reminder, yep, at Kittles 2000. Thank you, Zena. That's awesome. Thank you for putting that up there. If you're here tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., I'm going to do a live from the garden. It's cooler. The other day I tried one from the afternoon. It shut down on me because it got so hot because I'd already been out there for a couple hours. That's okay, Natty. We'll get him some subscribers so we can start doing it. So that's going to be my live tomorrow, and I do have a surprise guest. It's a big, big, big surprise, surprise, surprise. I'm so excited, I can't even hardly contain myself. It's going to help my life here and make my life so much easier here around Okies Eden. Okies Eden is going to become, you always hear about the Midwest, Ukraine, other places being the breadbasket of the world. Okies Eden in southern Oklahoma is going to be the breadbasket of Oklahoma one of these days. So actually, Natty, I did do that the other day. That's how I tested the collaboration. I did it with Okies Hustle. Unfortunately, I had my phone and my computer over here, and I kept getting feedback. And it was the way I tested it, so I knew it would work. So yes, I did do that as a test. And I do want to try to do that because I think it would be funny, but it's unfortunately, I wish I could do it through AI where it would be me on the one screen, Okies Hustle on the other screen, but with a different hat and different glasses. So, but yes, I would definitely love to do that. After dark, just sub to Kittle 2000. Natty, can you give us an update? Can you give us what is the latest tally on at Kittle 2000? That's the goal now. Let's get at Kittle 2000 at 50 before we're done here. Let's go. Let's do this. Natty just let me down. Natty knows what mine is. She just told me 431 or something. Yeah, Nicola's. I saw your channel. I saw your Malaysian the pasta dish today. I watched that earlier when I was with my grandson. That looks really, really, really good. If you haven't seen Nicola's recipes, go check her channel out. The cooking she does is really, really good. And she's going to be on 677. He's at 677. Oh, that was actually good. Okay, we're not going to make 50 right now. I'm sorry. I thought it was like maybe 42 or something. I thought maybe the fame of Okies Eden could rub off. This Midas touch of content creation could rub off and get him above the 50, but alas, I am just a mere mortal. Oh, Jay almost pooped his pants? Well, I did poop my pants. I'm just kidding, I did not. Would you please let us know when he does hit 50? That would be really cool to do an announcement. That would be awesome. So hopefully, if you're around tomorrow, I won't be on long tomorrow because I'm going to be working in the garden. And tomorrow night I have my grandson. So I'll only work a little bit in the morning. And then I try to relax in the afternoon and get a nap because I might not sleep all night. And then I'll go spend time with my grandson overnight. And then I'm headed off to Texas. I'm headed off to Texas for a couple days to visit some family. So then I come back Sunday, and then I'll be right back at it. And then get ready to do 3 or 4 lives next week. I'm looking forward to those collaborations because Nicola, with her stuff, I have questions for her. I love her cooking, and After Dark 60, and Misty's Pleasures of Life, and Teacher Kelly tag. If you're us and our bunch, if you're looking for Xena Food Adventures, is that who you're looking for? Just go at Missy1980, I believe, and it'll come right up to her channel. Yeah, she did. I see you have one there too, Misty. I have not had a chance yet today. I was part of Natty's live earlier, and then I had to go with my grandson to therapy, and then I got home and started this. So I'm going to be streaming some tonight as soon as I'm done here. I have to go out and finish mowing, and then some garden work I have to do, and then some gardening in the morning, and then overnight I'll watch my grandson, and then I'm off to Texas. Yes, after Dark 60, I am going to Texas. Basically my life story is I was born and raised in upstate New York. If you know the upstate New York area, I was near the Albany, Troy, Schenectady area. And then my father was transferred. We went out towards Buffalo, New York, out in a town called Jamestown. We were actually in Falconer, it's called, but the town was Jamestown, New York. And then we moved to Waterville, New York, which was in, it's out near Utica and Syracuse, New York, which is central of the state pretty much. And then we moved back to a small town in upstate New York again, made the round robin. So I lived up north for 41 years. And then we moved to McKinney, Texas. I don't know if you're familiar with McKinney, Texas. That grew very fast. Then I moved to a town called Prosper, Texas, which is, they're both north of Dallas by about 30 miles or so. And then we moved to a place called Salina, Texas, which was further north. And then we moved up here to Oklahoma to be near my grandson and my son and daughter-in-law. But I still have family. I have a daughter and grandkids down in Texas. So we're taking a trip for some birthday stuff and to get away for a couple of days. And then we're going to hit some, if you know, you know. Our favorite restaurant is called Texas Roadhouse. This is not a paid promotion. I love Texas Roadhouse. It is, I love their steak. I love everything about their menu. They just have some really good stuff. Yeah, spongy. Texas Roadhouse to me is just, it's just the best. So we're going to hit that on the way down to Texas. And then they got a cool pizza place down where we're going. We go there. They got a coffee shop I can go to. Plus I get to see my grandkids and my daughter and son-in-law. We have a great time. And then we'll come back. And then Sunday I'll try to get some content creation done for the following week. And some planning done for these collaborations. McKinney, yes, M-C-K-I-N-N-E-Y, yes. McKinney, Texas is just north of Dallas, about 30 miles. It's near Plano, Richardson, Dallas. Then you got Sherman and Denison, and then you got the Red River, and then you're into Colbert, Texas, and what is the name of it? I'm sorry, Colbert, Oklahoma. Yeah, McKinney's a really cool place. When we first moved there, I had family down there, and we decided to move to Texas. So we picked McKinney. At that time, McKinney was at 90,000 people. They were voted the #1 city for families in the nation. #1, under 100,000. They were considered the best city for living, which meant that, you know, as far as business climate, job climate, stuff for families to do, things like that, for crime rates being low, cost of living being decent, they were considered the #1 at Biker's Bar in Dallas. It was 90. Then when we moved there, it was growing quick because, you know, you got that whole, they call it the, what do they call that? It is the big interchange. What do they call that thing? The mixer, something mixer. But it's between McKinney and Allen and heading over to Frisco and so on and so forth. And they, before you knew it, it was 121 going to the north, to the Dallas North Tollway. By the time we left, I think they were pushing 200,000 people, so the growth was huge. So we ended up moving a little north to get out of that, and then Prosper started growing, same thing. And then now we're up here in Oklahoma, where, you know, on our road here, if I see 2 cars a day, and that's what I'm used to. I'm more used to country living. Can you grab the camera for a Lamar? Can somebody get rid of that Bo Tooley? He's been on before. He's just a troll. I would appreciate if somebody could take him out of the mix. Thank you very much. After Dark. He comes to, I think he is my my arch nemesis. Yeah, if anybody doesn't follow us on our bunch, they're fun to watch. They got a really cool garden. They even have a Sasquatch or two. I saw them at their live last night, and they don't think I saw one, but there was a Sasquatch peeking around the corner. He was eyeing those ears of corn. But yeah, they have bonfires. They have their family sitting around the bonfires. They have a really cool garden, a really nice looking garden. And they just all get together and have a good time. And I enjoy, because you know that's what's cool about YouTube. Some of the lives with the families or whatever, it's almost like you're in the room with them, and you know, talking. And if I'm not right, correct me. Us and our bunch, Kentucky, right? I think you're Kentucky, if I remember correctly. I could have that wrong because I'm old. As I tell people, I have 1 foot in the grave and 1 on the banana peel. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was Kentucky. Never been to Kentucky. I've been around Kentucky. Always wanted to go to Kentucky. If I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, in Kentucky, isn't there caves where you can, what do you call those things? What are those boats? Kayaks. Don't they have caves in Oklahoma? I'm sorry, Kentucky, where you can go in with kayaks and stuff? I've seen pictures, I think, of that. It looked pretty cool. Whereabouts in Alabama after dark? I had friends from Alabama. You know where Red Bay, I think it's Red Bay, Alabama? Do you know where Red Bay is? My friends were from Red Bay, I believe. Okay, so it was right. It was Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky has a lot of cool. Every state has so many cool things. Everybody thinks, you know, you get some of these states. People talk about like Wyoming and Montana. Oh, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yeah, that's the point. You see pictures of Wyoming. If I were to drive through states like, I mean, Utah, Wyoming, those beautiful countryside. Oh my goodness. Oh, 30 miles away from Red Bay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, he was born and raised, I believe, in Red Bay. Yeah, I knew you were in the Appalachian Mountains. I knew that. Yep. I think it's in the Appalachian Mountains. I watched that show. I was watching it the other day. They're moonshiners, I think. I forget the name of the show, but I think, and I forget the one guy's name. I forget his name, but anyways, they're just, I think they're in Appalachia. They're running around the mountains, setting up stills and stuff. See you later, Natty. Tell Kittle we're rooting for him. Us and our bunch, when are you guys going live next? I know it's been warm. Do you guys... There you go. Us and our... Shannon, do you guys... I'm assuming you guys do more campfires towards the fall when it's cooler, obviously. I know you don't want to do them now in the summer, but I enjoy a good campfire. And where I'm at in Oklahoma, I swear about 80% of the year you're under a burn watch. You can't burn. You're under a burn ban. Because we did have wildfires here that came close to our house. This whole area around us was burned to a crisp. But so I don't do bonfires outside. We used to up north because it was wetter up there. You know, it was always green and lush. You didn't have fields where you had 90 days of drought, so the fields were like tinder, you know. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. Nicola also just followed Us in Our Bunch. Yeah, you'll like Us in Our Bunch. They're fun. Everybody on here that I follow on this channel right now, it's been showing up. I follow and comment on all their channels and try to make their lives. These are all really cool people. You love the fire pit, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you had a lot of tragedy. Hopefully you get back to lives again. Oh, that's cool, Spongy. That'd be awesome to do. I'd love to. I know you guys all know Allison from Silent Sky 3 or Living Life After 55 or whatever. She lives right down here in Texas. She's not far from me. We're going to do a live where we're going to actually meet at a coffee shop, and she's talking to the people, I think today or yesterday. We did a live yesterday or Monday or what, I can't remember what day we did it. But anyway, she's going to talk to the owners. She knows the owners, to see if we can come in and do a live where we're going to be live streaming on site live, so people we can talk to, they will be live. I think that'll be so cool. And then there's a coffee shop starting up here, and I've already talked to her, and she said she'd be more than happy to allow us to come in and her be the host of the thing, so I can go there. I can, with our YouTube channel, she can come in with her YouTube channel. There's a lot of people that are going to come in and out. They can come over and talk to us. We'll tell jokes. We'll do things. They can see our YouTube channel, and it's going to be an opportunity to hopefully grow and hopefully push our brand more. Rather funny. Here's a funny one for you. Remember I talked about a couple weeks ago about putting hashtag in front of your channel name. That's highly recommended by some, where you go in and when you put your hashtags into your description, like I did, hashtag Okies Eden. Well, that's at about 100 now. So every time I start typing in Okie anything, it comes up. Well, I've also been doing it on Okies Hustle a lot. Now when I type in Okie, I start to go okay. It comes with Okie Hustle first, even though I have more hashtag Okies Eden than Hustle. And it pops up before Okies Eden. So I guess I don't understand the whole hashtag 100%. If you're here and you do follow and subscribe to my Okies Eden, would you mind jumping over to Okies Hustle and maybe subscribe over there? You don't have to. I just use that as YouTube growth. I talk about YouTube growth, and I use this site as my test kitchen and use analytics from this channel to let people know what I've done wrong, what I've done right, what's worked, what hasn't. And I'm just, if I can be a conduit to help others learn YouTube if they're new or stalled out on their subscriptions and views, then I want to try to help do that. So with that said, everybody, I am going to have to close this down because I have to go make a potato dish. I am making a farm-to-table potato dish for dinner. Yes, Spongy, go ahead and answer Nicola, please. When's your next cooking? Nicola, I'm going to warn you right now. I'm going to just throw this out there. Yes, Spongy does a great job cooking, but the star of the show is when her and her mom start butting heads and start arguing. That's my favorite part. It's like the reality TV when it first came out on TV. It's the way they spontaneously, do this. Well, I didn't want to do that. Well, do it. It's hilarious. So everybody, with that said, thank you so much for showing up today. I appreciate it. Like I said, 4 lives next week with collaborations. I've already posted the video. I've put all 4 of them in it. I'm going to do a couple community posts today or tomorrow announcing the 4. Once I get the times set up, then that will allow them some time to be able to get the word out on their channel about them showing up here to be part of a collaboration. So I'm going to try to give them as much notice as possible so they can actually advertise it on their channel. And then tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, I will have a live in the garden with my guest appearance, my surprise. I'm not going to give it up here, but you got to see it. It's going to help me out tremendously. So with that said, I really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for following this old man, this old Okies. You know, I really appreciate it. Thanks for the lives, the comments, and all of that. I'll be on later and tomorrow night to be able to view everybody and interact with everybody else's channels. So peace out from Okies Eden in southern Oklahoma.